Hello again. This one, I did a review recently on this ring stretcher, the rubbish one. So what I did, I contacted the seller, demanded a refund because the ring isn't even round, it was offset, and these parts here were popping through it. Now I'm doing a comparison because I've bought this one, which is just a stretcher, and it's fantastic, and you're not going to be able to see, but the steel that this one's made out of is so good, it's so strong. It's chalk and cheese. This thing here is basically like what a die cast car is made out of. You know, the little crappy metal, not crappy metal, well, crappy metal, but you know, like the old die cast cars. Well, that's what that's made out of. And I can imagine, even if the hole was right, these would have sheared off in absolutely no time. This is by Lion Goldsmith. I'll put that back on there now. And it's fantastic. It's really, really good. I mean, so easy to use. Let's see, your sizes are on there. I'm just completely impressed with it. It's £53, and that was delivered. I didn't get the one with another one with a press on it because I got a 6-ton hydraulic press, which I'll do another review on and show you that. But I took this apart just to try and get you to see the metal on that. It's hard to get you to see that or recognise it, but God, geez, the metal is just absolute crap. But the good thing was, when I demanded that I requested a term for eBay, after several days of messing about with them coming back and begging that they don't get a lot of profit and all that, which I don't believe, as a consumer, that's my bloody problem, because obviously if it was made properly, I wouldn't want to be sending it back. If they're going to make faulty items, then they need to expect that they're going to have things returned to them, basically. But what it turned out in the end is that they didn't even want it back. I basically did a deal because I think I could use the press for some leather craft. I think I can take this apart and use this press to do studs and stuff like that. Well, I'll do a video about stripping this down and seeing if I can do that, just to get it to do the studs and things like the eyelets and stuff like that in leather, because I do a bit of leather craft as well. So in the end it cost me £7, because they just did not want me to return it. Like I say, this one was £53, and as I just said, it's like chalk and cheese. This is fantastic. What a bit of kit. I'm so impressed with it. And it was, like I say, it's Lion Goldsmith Gold Slide Production, and look at that, it's made in India, would you believe? But I mean, it's just really good. I think look at that, I just literally sat on the desk, and that is doing it without any pressure at all. Look at that. Oh, did you hear that? That's my shoulder creaking. Just a quarter turn, there you go. So, that's it really. I just like showing these things, because when I get them, I know myself that sometimes if someone's good enough to do a review, I do watch them. I watch reviews before I buy things, but I haven't seen one on this particular ring stretcher. It works. It really does work well. And it's so easy to use. And I think I've only just since Christmas started getting these tools to try and make these things, because I found it interesting. I needed something to do in these cold winter months, basically. So as I go along, any tools that I get, I'm going to do reviews on, so that if anybody else is interested in doing some coin ring making, then they can. My only trouble is I haven't got the centre hole punch as yet, because I think even in England they're like £79.99 or something. So at the minute I've just been drilling. I've got a little lathe centre finder, and I've been using that and then just drilling the holes, and I'm managing, you know, rather than spend 80 quid. I don't. It's got to look at this. It's got to be someone can make them cheaper, surely, to Christ. Anyway, I know it's not, to a lot of people it's not a lot of money. To me it is a lot of money for something that just punches a hole in a bit of steel. Okay, well that's it for this one. I've got a few more coming up on a couple of the other tools that I've bought for doing this. I did have only one problem with this, is the knob on the top. That's the only problem, but I'm going to change that anyway. I think I'll put a slightly bigger handle on there, or just a bit of threaded bar or something. But overall it's sort of 90 out of 100 I'd give it. I think it's really, really good, and the steel underneath, you can just tell that the steel is very good. I'm not a metallurgy expert, but the steel seems very strong indeed. I mean, I've only made a couple, but I really haunch on them, you know, really pulled on it, and just because I didn't leave feedback until I tested this out properly, and I properly give it some grief to see if this up here was going to go, or it was going to spend, and I give it a lot of grief, and it stood up to it. So I'd recommend it to anybody. I think it's very good. Okay, well, thanks a lot, and see you on the next one.